Since the arrival of the Audi Quattro, no car without four-wheel drive has won a round of the World Rally Championship. The Quattro technology that the Audi used simply wiped the floor with its rear-wheel drive counterparts. The road-going version did likewise with its performance saloon competition. It was the first high-performance car with permanent four-wheel drive.
The Audi Quattro undoubtedly set a benchmark, and yeah, a lot of people have been aspiring to that ever since.
The Quattro was continually refined and adapted during its 11-year production. In 1991, it cost £31,000, and so it's not surprising that only 1,000 were sold. Audi wanted to discontinue the Quattro, but too many orders were still outstanding. So they compromised and built the S2, which used the same engine but was cheaper.
If you look back in the history and depth of time, you'll probably find that if it wasn't for the Audi Quattro, you wouldn't have any of these, Evo 7s, Evo 8s, Subarus, etc.
I was sitting in the back of the Audi Quattro, and it was the press launch of the first Quattro. And sitting in front was Autocar's then sports editor John Miles, who was also a Grand Prix driver, and a German engineer who was driving. And we were doing 200 clicks, kilometres an hour, down a streaming wet autobahn. And John Miles was saying that really a two-wheel drive mid-engine car probably had better ultimate handling than a four-wheel drive car. And this German engineer was getting visibly angry, and he was a big guy, and his neck bulged over his collar at the back, because I was sitting in the back, I could see this, and it was going red, and he was getting angry. And John was talking about Lotuses. And suddenly this German guy said, "Yes, but can you do this in your Lotus?" And he went, wham! And we went right over to the hard shoulder, and then wham! Straight back to the Armco, and wham! This is on a streaming wet autobahn at 200 kilometres an hour. And I was being thrown in the back, bouncing off the side windows, and I sort of yelled at John and said, "For God's sake, shut up!" and we went the rest of the way in strained silence. But he did prove the point. The Quattro was unbelievably stable.
Only 163 cars were exported to Britain, a disappointing start to what would become the Quattro's biggest export market.